video I actually have a lip swatch video. I don't normally do lip swatch videos, but when I have like a full collection of a certain lip product, I really like to do them so that I'm able to show you like all the different colours, the different textures, how I feel about them and if they're any good or not. Today I'm actually going to be doing a video based around these NYX Lip Lingerie liquid lipsticks. I've seen these all over social media recently and they're totally up my alley because they're like all pretty much really nice nude colours. Pretty much they come in 12 different shades. There's kind of more lighter nudes and then they go right down to like the browny deep dark nude colours. I actually think these were around £6 each, but I will leave a link and stuff to where I bought them down in the description box. I did get mine off the Boots website, so I think it came to around, I think it was £70 or £76 or something for the whole collection, which I thought wasn't too bad considering that the Kylie Jenner lip kits are around, I think they're like £25 each, and these are literally something very, very similar to them in regard to the colour and the texture and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is go through all of the lighter colours and then make my way through the darker colours just so that I don't have like a really dark mouth towards the end of it. What I'm going to do is work through the lighter colours and then make my way to the darker ones, talking about the colour and the texture and the ones that I like best and stuff like that. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. So this first one here is in the shade Baby Doll. This one is definitely more of like a really pale pinky nude colour. However, I think on dark skin tones this might look too nude because on me it does look quite nude and I'm not really all that dark, so I think this would look really nice on more kind of like the medium skin tones. As you can see, this one is very pale and it did take a few layers to kind of build up. However, the darker shades I would say out of this collection are the more ones that are a lot more opaque and pigmented. But with the paler ones, it does take a few more layers to build them up. However, when you do have the colour built up, they feel fine. And I like them because they don't dry straight away, so you're still able to kind of work with them and blend them across your lips before they dry. And all of these liquid lipsticks dry matte as well, so if you're not really a fan of matte lips, then I wouldn't recommend these, but other than that I think they look really nice. This one here is in the shade Satin Ribbon, and this one is definitely more of like a brownie nude. It doesn't have as much pink through it. It's kind of similar to the one that I just shown, however it has a little bit more kind of beigey brown tones through it. As you can see, this one does have a little bit more brown tones through it and I think it's really nice. However, even though I'm not that pale, I think it still kind of washes me out because it is a really light nude. And normally I would kind of make this like an ombre lip and apply some darker shades around the outside just to make it look a little bit more wearable. This one that I have on now is in the shade Lace Detail, and as you can tell it's kind of similar to the colour beforehand, although it's shade darker and has kind of more purpley pink tones through it. This one here that I have on right now is in the shade Corset, and this is a completely different colour compared to the last three colours that I just shown. It's a lot more on the grey kind of brown side and it's more of like a neutral colour. So I really like the shade, I think it's really pretty. So this one right here is in the shade Bedtime Flirt, and this one is a lot more kind of, it's more like a warmer nude colour. It's quite similar to Velvet Teddy in fact, although it does have more kind of pinky and warm tones through it. But I think it's really nice and it would be really nice in kind of medium to darker and light skin tones, of course. I think it's a really pretty colour. This one here is actually one of my personal favourites. It's in the shade Embellishment and I just think it's a really unique colour. It's kind of like a purple colour but then has tones of like grey through it, and I just think it's really nice. It just makes your face like come alive, and I think it's like the perfect nude colour but still kind of has tones of purple, so you kind of get away with it looking like a nudie purple colour as well. But other than that, I think this one is my personal favourites. This one is actually also one of my favourites just because it's similar to the MAC lipstick in Stone, which is one of my favourite lipsticks ever. It's just a really cool tone grey nude colour, and this one is quite daring but it's not to the point where it's like really eye-catching either. So I think it's a kind of more wearable daring nude colour if you get me, and it's in the shade Honeymoon by the way. So this one here is in the shade Beauty Mark, and this is actually quite similar to the one that Kylie Jenner released. I think it's one of her brown ones, the really dark brown shade, and this one actually applied really nicely. It's really opaque and creamy, and I thought this one was actually one of the best ones to apply in my opinion, just because it was a really dark colour, so it applied really thick and opaque under the lip. And they also dry quite quickly, however not too quick to the point where you have like zero time to work with them, so when they're on your lips you can kind of reapply and mess around with them for a while before they set in place to like a matte shade. This one here is in the shade Push Up, and it's just pretty much like your everyday regular nude colour, kind of more on the warm side again. It hasn't got really so much grey kind of ashy tones through it, but it is more of like a beigey warm nude colour, again sort of similar to MAC Velvet Teddy, only a little bit lighter. And again it applied really nicely too. So that one is in the shade Push Up. This one here is in the shade Ruffled Trim, and I think this one is probably one of the most warmest ones. It's kind of like a really muted red kind of orangey colour almost. It's not kind of more of like a darker nude shade, but it's really warm, so I think on like tanner skin tones this would look so pretty. This one here is in the shade Exotic, and I thought this one was the most hardest to apply because look at my application, it's literally horrific. But I'm just pretty much putting them on my lips to show you pretty much what the colour looks like, so please don't judge the really bad application. But this one is definitely one of the colours out of the whole collection that isn't so much a nude colour. This is like a really muted, reddy kind of colour. You could obviously class it as a nude colour on darker skin tones, but on me, this colour stood out to be not as much as nude as the other colours, and when you have them all lined up, this is the one that kind of looks like the odd one out compared to the rest of them, because it's a lot more kind of red based and pink based compared to the rest of them. So finally, this one here is in the shade Teddy, and this is like another brown colour, although it does have kind of like more lighter purple tones running through it. It isn't as dark as the other brown one, which is in the shade Beauty Mark. As you can tell, Beauty Mark is more like brown. This one here is Beauty Mark and this one here is Teddy. As you can see, Teddy looks a little bit more purple, but this one here that I have on now is Teddy, and I think I really like this one as well. So yeah. So guys, that's pretty much all of the entire collection of the NYX Lingerie liquid lipsticks, and overall I really enjoy the formula of them. I think they're really good quality for the price, and the fact that you're able to get 12 shades for around £70 I think is absolutely amazing, because that's the whole collection, and now you own like the full collection for, obviously it's not really inexpensive, but obviously you're able to own the whole entire collection for only, I think it was around £76 I paid, and I think they're only around £7 or £6 themselves, which I think is really good. And all of the colours I would totally wear, apart from the one in Exotic, just because it isn't normally a colour that I would go for, but other than that, it is, the rest of them are like totally ones that I would wear on a normal day-to-day basis. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want me to do any more lip swatch videos, just let me know in the comments, and yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Woo!